Tokyo is going to be my first Olympic Games. Yeah, and it's something I've kind of been striving for since I was a kid, basically as long as I can remember.
Jake Birtwistle usually trains in Europe with a group of world champions. But for almost a year, the triathlete has been back home in Tasmania.
To kind of go from having that level of competition every single day for every session to then having just myself and my own thoughts to kind of push me along makes it really challenging.
Jake is now training for July 2021, when the postponed Olympic Games are due to start.
I still have to commit 100% towards Tokyo Olympics as if it's going to happen. And if I get the news that it's not going ahead, then I'll deal with that at the time.
They should go ahead, the Games, and they will go ahead. It's always been subject to the safety of the athletes and the safety of the Japanese people. But where those of us from the Olympic movement are concerned, we have to provide and keep that Olympic dream alive for all of our athletes.
Japan is in the midst of winter and a third wave of coronavirus infections. Thousands of new cases are being recorded each day. But the Japanese Prime Minister and International Olympic Committee have been hosing down reports the Games will be cancelled.
We are not speculating of whether the Games are taking place. We are working on how the Games will take place.
The Olympic Games are the greatest show on earth. It can't possibly be the kind of Olympics we've come to know. I mean, so much of it is about the sport, but there is another component altogether about the world assembling in one city, and it brings a tremendous atmosphere.
After years of hard work, track and field athlete Kelsey Lee Barber is ready to take on Tokyo. It will be her second Olympics, but her hopes of a medal at Rio were thrown off track when she was diagnosed with a stress fracture in 2016.
Having had that performance in Rio really set a fire in my belly to come back out and show the world what I can do at an Olympic Games, because I felt so short of my mark.
She won gold at the World Championships in 2019 and after a year of solid training believes she's in top form. She's not entertaining what-ifs.
At the moment, the Games are going ahead and my goal is an Olympic gold medal at the Games, and it is until it isn't.
Kelsey has qualified to be one of about 11,000 athletes heading to the Olympics. Thousands of others will go to the Paralympics in August. The IOC has now revealed the first version of its playbook for how it will try to keep the Games and athletes safe from coronavirus.
Testing within 72 hours before they depart, testing upon arrival, testing every 4 days. We've limited the period that they can be in Japan.
I think looking at the situation right now, I think it's very unlikely that it could be a successful and safe Olympics.
Athletes will be restricted to the Olympic Village, opening ceremony and their own events. They will not have to quarantine in hotels.
The World Health Organization, the Japan health authorities, they've been part and privy of these decisions all the way through, and we are being responsible. If there was ever a question of putting the safety of athletes at risk, we wouldn't do it.
Professor Mike Toole is an epidemiologist with the Bennett Institute.
Then you could have mass super spreading events between the spectators, the volunteers and the athletes and the officials. And then those people go back to those 206 countries. And so you could have a global surge in cases like we haven't seen for some time.
Most Australian athletes will be included in the fourth phase of the vaccine rollout, expected in late May or June. But other countries will be at different vaccine stages, and the IOC won't make it compulsory for athletes to be vaccinated.
It just does not seem to make any public health sense to go ahead with these games as they're scheduled in July. Perhaps postponing the games may give all of us, including Japan, time to vaccinate our whole populations.
The IOC believes postponing the Olympics again would be unfeasible. 43 venues and 70 hotels have been resecured once. The Broadcast Centre has bookings next year, and the Olympic Village is being sold as apartments. A decision is expected in April on whether spectators can attend the Games. As it stands, organisers are encouraging people to clap, but not chant or sing when supporting competitors.
This will be certainly a pale imitation if it happens. Just how pale, I guess, remains to be seen. And I'd love to be proven wrong.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.